As a small business owner, you often have your fair share of challenges. You may even feel you're the only one. But what if you could be connected with another small business facing similar challenges? Well, QuickBooks have done that with the Quick Round with QuickBooks Challenge. Two small business owners in the same room facing similar challenges, finding solutions and even giving each other advice. So let's find out what happened in today's Quick Round with QuickBooks Challenge.
Hi, my name is Zama Gwebu. I'm co-founder of Personalize. What we do is that we customize your cell phone covers. Yes, right at the back of your cover, you can have your family, your business logo, or whatever that is that you want. We've just recently launched out and we're now personalizing everything from your stationery to your notepads to doing canvas printing. So we are now a fully fledged printing company, and that's what we do.
Changing Faces by Kimberly is my artistic brand that was launched in 2015. I aspire to be the best in the makeup industry by introducing and teaching women, especially in the Black community, about the usage of foundations and the latest trends. We have been in the market since 2015, like I said, and we aspire to educate and reach out to the communities where people are not learned about the makeup industry. We are available to travel. We are aspiring to be the best. We want to make our name also to be among the list of the makeup artists in the industry. Thank you.
You know, I don't know about you, Kimberly, but the challenges that I constantly face in my business is because it's small and it's running online. It's cost and management accounting. I mean, at the end of the day, we want to be making money out of it. And I haven't been able to quantify the size of a business financially, because I do not really know what my margins are, and I tend to spend when money comes in, when I haven't really paid all my expenses. I do not have high overheads because I'm online. So, but the cost of management problems with is what I constantly have, and a little bit of marketing as well. I don't know about you.
I can so relate with you, Zama. You know, one of the challenges I've faced is that because I'm a makeup artist and my business is not automated, you know, so obviously, you know, when you have to give invoices to people, you're not even sure, because I end up finding that like you said, you're in online, you need to be making a profit. What I've actually realized is that I find that I'm actually spending the money that I'm supposed to be saving instead of, you know, reusing, because you know, the brands I use, like you said, you're in the field of cell phone coverage and stuff, to print is quite costly. And the brands that I use, because obviously you want to be a unique brand, you spend a lot of money in attending those brands, and you actually, when you check at the end of the month, that you know your profit is not really what you were anticipating. So it is quite a challenge. It is I can so relate with what you said, talking about in the day-to-day running of a business.
Yeah, and you know what I found is that if I didn't have these challenges, I think I'd be further in my business, because my product is very it has a high demand in the market, and I would reach my goals more, because my goal is to become, you know, the #1 female Black-owned printing companies. But now, because I can't quantify, I'm not able to say how big is my business and where will I be, because it's almost like working from hand to mouth. You know, so I don't know exactly. If somebody says, how much are you making off of this? I can't tell them. If I could find an opportunity right now, somebody who wants to sponsor me, it will take me so long to be able to put together my books, because I really do not know where it is. So without these challenges, really, I feel that I would be further in my business by knowing where am I, you know, and do future predictions, because now I can't, because I don't have, you know, the past history books and all of that. I don't know. Would that make a difference to you? Do you think your business could also be better?
It would. Also, you know, what I realized that you just mentioned something about, you know, the books, you know, because you don't have, you want to be, you know, jack of all trades. You are managing, you have to promote your business, you know. So I know that if I didn't have those challenges in terms of the promotion side, because most of the time I'm self-marketing myself, you know, it is a tedious process, because you have to be there, and sometimes you cannot just rely on word of mouth, you know. You know, it's a constant issue of printing business cards, you know, putting your name out there, and you don't want to be taken like one of those. You want to stand out. So I know that if I didn't have those challenges in terms of marketing and promoting my business, I would have established my company, because I know there's a place that I'm saying I want to open the shop there, so that if, be it walk-in customers, they know that they can reach me there. But now, because I'm always on the road, you know, it's a bit of a challenge, you know. So I can so relate with you, Zama, what you're saying, that, you know, you don't know how much is going in or how much is, okay, well, you can see what's going in, but you know, you
won't be able to budget.
Exactly, you don't have a budget, so there is no system that is actually monitoring, you know, how much is coming in, and then at the end of the day, you end up being in a loss, you know. So I can relate with you.
Yeah.
Zama, if I were to run your business for a month, I think one of the things I picked up from you is that you are saying that the challenge is facing with regards to the money that's coming out, the expenditure. So I think I would actually look into finding one of these newly grads, chartered accountants, somebody who's going to be running and managing your books for you. Obviously, they will not be steep because you're still a small business. And also, one of the things I picked up from you is that you are a black printing company, you know. So there are people who are also in that field who've been there for some time, and I believe that if you ask for them, because I believe in mentorship, somebody to mentor you so that they can teach you what they did when they started, so that you can avoid those costly mistakes. Because I can imagine being in a printing industry, you know, you don't want to be printing a whole bulk of whatever material you're printing, and then at the day you don't get paid. So it is quite key, you know, to get advice. They will tell you that before we print, this is how much we require upfront, you know. So I think one of the things I picked up from you was that. And also to get mentorship, business mentorship, just basic business mentorship, you know. Not just that is one faceted about the printing industry, just because you're a businesswoman, you know. So that you get that knowledge that, you know, because there's a lot of things that there's new trends. So we need to keep abreast of those. Absolutely. So that's what I would do if I were to run your business for a month.
Wow, I take that advice. I don't think about that, but I'm definitely going to do that. I think, you know, in our language, they say, indlela ibuzwa kwabaphambili. That's true. So definitely I look at that. And you know what I picked up from you, that if I were to step in your shoes, I wouldn't actually, I wouldn't think of opening a premises.
Okay.
I'm running my business right now online, and I can tell you that if I could focus 100% in it, I would be doing this. I don't have overheads.
Okay.
You know? So that's the one best thing. You don't want to have a shop because you're going to have high overheads. And right now, if you're doing well ever since 2015, don't look at opening a shop. Where I do my nails, the lady comes to my place to do my nails. So if I'm going to be contacting you next to do my makeup, I don't want, it's a tedious process to walk and go there. So I think I wouldn't be focusing on that, but focusing on what I have right now and being an expert, that each and everybody who thinks of, oh, I've got a wedding, oh, call Kimberly.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Oh, I have call, because if you have premises, then you're going to have too much overhead. So hopefully you could look at that, but I definitely take your advice for getting a mentor.
Zama, one of the costly mistakes I've made in my business was, I just remember a scenario. I had a client in Limpopo. I had to travel because I had actually communicated with a client that this is how much I charge, especially because it was a wedding. So one of the costly mistakes is that because I also wanted to put my name brand out there, I ended up making a loss, a complete loss, you know, because they thought that I overcharged them, and, you know, considering the issue of transportation, the petrol was my, the makeups are things I use. You know, I don't use cheap brands because you want to make a brand for yourself, you know, and you don't want people to say, when they ask who did your makeup, it's a wedding, obviously people talk. You know, I don't want Changing Faces by Kimberly to be a brand that is recognized like one of those brands. So one of the costly mistakes I made was that I end up having empathy, and I don't think that is, you know, needed in business. You end up undercharging clients because they explain their situation that, like I said, my target base is the black community, you know, your normal people. They end up saying, you know, I'm a low class earning individual. You end up undercharging them, and I end up making a feeling that people they actually pry on your sympathy that you know. So that is a very costly mistake I made. And also, like I said, not having my business not being automated, not having, you know, any way to find out, okay, these are my margins, this is how much I'm spending,
Yes.
this is how much I'm losing, you know. Sometimes you end up digging into your own personal savings just to fund the business, which of course it is understandable because it's still a new baby. But, you know, and also not having mentorship, you know, I believe that if I had mentorship, I would not make these costly mistakes because sometimes you want to be the Superman, you want to do everything yourself, you know. So I believe that is one of the costly mistakes I've made, you know, not having, you know, somebody to guide you properly in what you're doing. I'm not sure about you, Zama.
I absolutely relate. I think because we're female, you know, we wear our hearts on our sleeves.
Exactly.
And everybody tests the waters, just like me. You know, I always want to bargain or get a good deal.
That's true.
You test it, because if you don't, you know, you would never know. So my customers do the same to me. And I've given in so many times, and it actually costs me at the end of the day, because like you said, you want to name your name out there, and you want to grow your business out there. So somebody would say, oh, please, I made the wrong case and it was their fault, and then I have to take it, you know. So I've done that a lot, and I think from today I'm not going to do it again. but because we should know that we have our market, and if you're not for it, we need to move on, you know, and you know, and take a loss. But the first costly mistake I did was to overstocking. Before I had customers, I knew there would be a market, but then I overstocked on customized cases, and I did pictures that I thought people would like. I did Bible verses, scriptures, motivational words on it, only to find that people want to do their own thing, you know. So even still today, I'm left with so much stock. I'm just waiting for the opportunity where I can go out there and have a pop-up and, you know, and sell those ones. But that was one costly mistake. I'm glad I did it, because now I know better. You know, it's not going to happen again. Yeah, never.
Zama, it was actually a pleasure to actually sit here and talk with you. You know, one would think that you are in a printing industry and I'm in a makeup industry, but I actually learned today that we've got similar challenges because we are business people. You know, I wish you all the best in your company, and I'm sure I'll be using you, you know, because I still need to brand myself, I still need to promote my business. So, you know, here is this opportunity to, you know, to actually put my name out there. You know, like I said, one of the challenges I had was also promoting the business. So having met you and having this conversation, now I know at least there's somebody I've networked. So I'm looking forward to, you know, to growing in business, and your business also to grow into new endeavors as well.
Well, thank you so much, Kimberly. It was a pleasure meeting you. It was also just an enlightful moment to know that we could be in so separate industries. But so similar similarities and of challenges. It's quite mind-blowing, but I've learned so much from you. I mean, from here on, I need to go get myself a mentor. And I wish you all the best with your business. And I think there's enough market for everybody out there. And with makeup, anyone who's a female will do makeup some other time. So I'm definitely going to use you soon for all your makeup products. And I'm happy to assist you with any branding thing. And I wish in the future we could help each other as business women, black women, in lifting each other up, and I hope we do keep contact after this.
Thank you, Zama.
All right.
A big thing I took out of these two businesses was that they have little control over how much money they're spending versus how much money is coming in. So what I think they should both do is get someone to do their books, an accounting student, someone who could actually look at their finances and see how much money is coming in versus how much money they're spending. It was really great to see them supporting each other, with Kimberly saying she's struggling a little bit with her marketing and her branding, which is an area that Zama could help her in. And Zama saying that, you know, she's a fabulous businesswoman, she always needs to get her makeup done, so she'll definitely call on Kimberly for her services. So it was really great to see them really supporting each other.